fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams, Books, Courage, and today I'm filming my September TBR video. Last month I read a surprising number of books. I read a total of 8 books, which is absolutely amazing for me, but sadly I read most of those books during Booktubeathon. So if you want to see a wrap up of the books that I did read during Booktubeathon, I will leave a link to it down below. As for the books that I did not read during Booktubeathon, I'm just going to be doing a mashup of the books that I read in August and September at the end of this month, so there will not be an August wrap up video. On the other hand, there wouldn't be a lot to film, so there wouldn't be a lot to show you guys. Normally, since I read a total of 8 books last month, I would be showing you a total of 8 books for this month, but I want to be quite realistic about my goal for this month, which is just to read 5 books because this is my first full month of college. So I definitely have a lot going on, and I'll just be happy if I finish 5 books. If I read just 5 books for each month for the rest of the year, then I will have met my goal for the year. So I'm completely fine with this number, especially since I'm really excited for the books that I'm reading. So let's go ahead and get into those. The first book that I plan on finishing for this month is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, and I've actually already finished this one. It took me so long to read this, but I really enjoyed it, and I will definitely be talking more about it in the wrap-up. This story is very beautiful, and it deals a lot with the characters and the setting, but not so much on plot. So if you like stories that are heavy on character development and the setting, definitely check this one out. It's a post-apocalyptic read about a pandemic that completely changes our world as we know it, and it just really makes you think about the influence that technology and just all of these other things have on your life. It's such a great read, and I would definitely recommend it. The next book that I plan on reading this month is one that I've been planning on reading for a while, and that book is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. This is the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird that only came out a few months ago, and this is about Scout's life in her 20s, and while she's going to college and just the different ways that she faces her hometown. Since I'm now in college, I feel like this book could be very relatable. I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, but I'm really excited to getting my own perspective on it. I did not grow up with the world of To Kill a Mockingbird, so I think that I will probably end up liking this book, but we'll see. I really like Harper Lee's writing style, and I'm really excited about where she takes Scout's character. The next book that I plan on reading this month is the finale of the William Shakespeare's Star Wars series by Ian Doescher, and the name of it is Tragedy of the Sith's Revenge. This comes out on September 8th, and I'm really excited to finally get my hands on it. I've just loved this series so much, and I'm really looking forward to where it goes from here. Obviously, having watched the movies, I know that this will probably be the saddest play of them all, but I'm really looking forward to just finishing out this series. I really love the way that Ian Doescher mixes William Shakespeare and Star Wars. It's just very poetic, and it takes Star Wars to deeper depths. As I've said many times before, I would definitely recommend this series. You go into it thinking that it's just going to be a hilarious thing, and it is that, but it's also very deep and respectful to William Shakespeare. The next book that I plan on reading this month is another very, very highly anticipated book, and that is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I can't believe that I finally have this beautiful book in my hands, and this thing is gigantic, so I'm not sure whenever I'll be able to finally read it. That's why I'm kind of putting it at the end of this TBR. I'm really excited for where this story is going to go. For those of you who do not know, this is the story of Selena Sardothian, who used to be an assassin, and she just goes on all these crazy adventures, and there's a lot of other amazing characters in this book too. I cannot recommend this series enough. Just go and get it. I'm really looking forward to this series and where it is going, but it is definitely a chunk of a book, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read it this month. And the final book that I plan on reading this month is actually for my English class, and that book is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. I love this cover, and I have no idea what this book is going to be about. I know that it is a middle grade fantasy story, but I'm okay to just go into it without knowing very much about it. I have to read this for my 1960s course, so obviously it was published in the 1960s. I'm really looking forward to reading this and being able to discuss it in my English class, and this one will definitely have to be read this month. It has won the Newbery Medal, so I definitely have high expectations for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Definitely tell me down below which of these books that you would like to see a book discussion on this month, and definitely tell me your thoughts on these books if you have read them already. Now I'm gonna go get back to reading.